Hello there! In Lecture Series 12 of Bite-Sized Corporate Reporting, I'll look at IAS 37, Provisions, Contingent Liabilities and Contingent Assets. This is a three-part lecture series. Question: how to distinguish provisions from other forms of liabilities such as payables and accruals? A provision is a liability of uncertain timing or amount. By contrast, payables and accruals are liabilities to pay for goods or services that have been received or supplied and have been invoiced or formally agreed with the supplier. Although in the case of accruals, it is sometimes necessary to estimate the amount or timing, the uncertainty is generally much less than provisions. A provision according to IAS 37 shall be recognized when the following criteria are met. 1. An entity has a present obligation as a result of a past event. 2. It's probable that an outflow of resources embodying economic benefits will be required to settle the obligation. And 3. A reliable estimate can be made of the amount of the obligation. Let's look at each of the criteria starting with present obligation. A past event that leads to a present obligation is an obligating event. An obligating event is an event that creates a legal or constructive obligation. A legal obligation is an obligation that derives from 1. A contract through its explicit or implicit terms, or 2. Legislation or other operation of law. A constructive obligation is an obligation that derives from an entity's established pattern or past practice, published policies, or a current statement that the entity has indicated to other parties that it will accept certain responsibilities, and as a result, the entity has created a valid expectation on the part of those other parties that it will discharge those responsibilities. Next, how do we determine if an outflow of resources is probable? IAS 37 stipulates an outflow of resources is regarded as probable if the event is more likely than not to occur, meaning the probability that the event will occur is greater than the probability it will not. In the case where there are a number of similar obligations, example product warranties, the probability that an outflow will be required to settle the obligation is determined by considering the class of obligation as a whole, as the likelihood of outflow of any one item may be small. Finally, in ensuring a reliable estimate, IAS 37 stipulates the following. The estimate should represent the best estimate of the expenditure required to settle the obligation at the reporting date. Thus, the provision should be reviewed at each reporting date to ensure it reflects the current best estimate. If the effect of time value of money is material, the cash flow projection should be discounted to present value. Lastly, a provision should be de-recognized either upon settlement of the obligation or the outflow of economic benefit is no longer probable. The next part of Lecture Series 12 on IAS 37, Provisions, Contingent Liabilities and Contingent Assets, will look at contingent liabilities and contingent assets as well as reimbursements. Till then, have a nice day and thank you.